Another week, ladies, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, it's witchy time. We're hot off the heels of an exciting showcase right before diving back into what's next for Guardians. After all, we've got a witness to nab, right? Also, apologies in advance because Season of the Witch is very much my jam. So please excuse the puns and just know that each one is absolutely necessary. Thank you for your understanding. And before we dive into what we're chatting about this week, let's recap what we shared in last week's TWID. Guardians from Maui. A little showcase teaser as a treat. Twitch drop it's like it's hot on August 22nd. We recap some of the more epic moments in Destiny history. Season 22 weapon preview recap. Pick up your gear. Increased reputation gains all week. And regional pricing update. Now for this week. Destiny 2 showcase Remember Wins. Guardians from Maui updates. Calling all creators. Feeling nostalgic with older seasons. Featured quests. What are they? 3 new Season 22 Strand Aspects, and when they do, they're busted in a good way. World's First Rundown, new emblem who dis, player support reports, and the Art of the Week movie of the week picks. By the way, yes, we did another week, ladies, for the first time. Big shout out to the young lady who actually helps me at GCX. We actually had our meet and greet go past the point of our time. We ended up moving everything outside of the facility to continue our meet and greet. And she actually stayed and helped facilitate the crowd. And she wasn't even supposed to be working that entire day. And all that she asked me, she said, can you please say another week, ladies, and another TWAB? So we had to do it. All right. But first, a quick message from the team regarding the showcase. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to our Destiny 2 showcase on Tuesday. This was a labor of love for everyone involved at Bungie. And we're excited to finally share so much of what we've been working on behind the scenes for Final Shape, Season of the Witch, and our new episode with all of you. We are aware that there are some technical issues with audio and live subtitles in certain regions that may have impacted your viewing experience. We sincerely apologize to everyone affected by those issues, and we're taking steps to improve the experience in the future. In the meantime, our showcase videos are available to watch with corrected subtitles for all supported languages here, and we've also localized our showcase recap article. Thanks as always for your support, and happy Season of the Witch. And they were broom mates. A brief showcase recap. Finally, our time has come. Not only are we finally taking the time to fight the witness with the final shape, or taking the fight to the witness with the final shape, but we finally get to live our best witchy lives with Season of the Witch. From Ares returning front and center in all her epic glory, to K6 bringing his miraculous self back into our lives, we're excited to share this journey with you all as we charge towards the conclusion of the most important fight in the hard-fought Light in Darkness saga. Guys, it is a very, and I mean a very, very long stream that they did the other day. But we do have a TLDR version of that if you want to check out just what was revealed and all that. But we'll continue. Now that we've collectively gotten the excited giggles out of the way with Kate 6's mysterious return, let's do a brief recap into what's on the way with the final shape and what started yesterday with Season 22, Season of the Witch. If you haven't already, check out the showcase recap here. The Pale Heart. The Pale Heart is duality at its finest. Born from the light, but also from the memories of the darkness itself. This is the place that the witness needed to get to last season, which means we have to beat it to the punch with the final shape. What's a little destruction among entire universes? Am I right? Okay. Yeah, I really like how they described how when you first enter the Traveler, it's like you step into heaven and then eventually you find yourself in hell. I'm really curious to see how that plays out. Now, fresh supers and exciting new aspects. There will be 3 new supers for Guardians to master, as well as 3 new aspects. Warlocks will harness their inner solar's superbness with Song of Flame, similar like OG Sunsinger back in D1. Hunters will make Nikola Tesla proud with the power of Arc through Storm's Edge, actually similar to Blade Dancer. Actually, one of the biggest problems with Blade Dancer back in the day was closing the gap. And so it's interesting. Bungie gave us the ability to close the gap ourselves with that teleportation. And Titans will bring the Void Mayhem by hurling some big axes at enemies with Twilight Arsenal range. Chef's kiss. You can learn more about the new supers here. The big question is, where are those red subclasses? We saw the leak. It looked super legitimate. I don't think it was faked. I don't think it was a fake leak, guys. I think that those red subclasses are still going to come. It's just not going to be in the final shape. I also don't believe it's going to come in the episodes following. They're not going to release new subclasses within, episodes or quote unquote seasonal content. That will always be tied to the annual expansion. Now, new enemies. As if the name didn't give it away, the subjugators are no joke, and they work at the witness's behest. There are 2 types, and both are experts on the battlefield. The first is a master stasis. They have the ability to slow, freeze, and shatter an opponent for certain death, but they also have the tactical chops to force the guardians to weasel out of cover when in a fight. The other will use Strand against you. Their proximity mines to spin enemies and launch severing projectiles that dissolve their target into oblivion. They're tricky, but we've faced tricky before. That's what guardians do. Now, episodes and the road ahead. We've heard your feedback regarding the typical seasonal model. So let's try this on for size. Hear me out. Episodes. Instead of 4 seasons in the year, we will be moving to 3 content drops instead. These will be bigger, more action-packed, and offer a fulfilling experience that players will want to take their time in. With the first 3 episodes, Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy, players will contend with the aftermath of the final shape, with each episode acting as a standalone narrative experience. More story beats? Check. More quests? Check. 200 season pass ranks? Check. New rewards? Check. Check. We're excited to show you what's next, so make sure you scope out the roadmap here to see everything that was announced yesterday, including details about the currently live season of The Witch. So let's see if it actually shows the image. Okay, so this is the roadmap, guys. So you have Echoes, which will be episode 1, Revenant, episode 2, Heresy. Now notice the things in the background, right? You got Vex, you've got Scorn, you've got Hive, and we're dealing with the aftermath of the Light and Darkness saga. Now everybody's like, Red, maybe we're getting the Red subclass in Echoes. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see what shakes out. All right, Guardians from Maui campaign update. In just a week, the Bungie community has rallied to support the people of Maui in the wake of the deadliest wildfires in over a century. To date, the community has purchased over 12,000 Malama Maui shirts and 3,000 individual Kulai cacao emblems. All profits from the shirts and emblems will go to our longtime partner, Direct Relief, supporting their emergency response and recovery operations in the region. I saw crazy footage the other day, man, where people literally ran into the ocean and had to wait out the wildfires in the ocean. Absolutely terrible. Big shout out to everyone that has pitched in on this, and God bless to the people of Hawaii and Maui. Now, calling all creators. Shoot that shot. If you're a content creator and you've asked yourself, how do I work with Bungie? Then you're in the right place. Earlier this year, we welcomed Chef Andy to the team. I love Andy. To lead efforts for the content creators, community leaders who work and want to work with us going forward. His team has the expertise and the capacity to help lead creators into fun new adventures with Bungie and the worlds we create. No matter your style or genre, Bungie wants to inspire and partner with you to make content for your audience and empower your communities. If joining us for new and familiar journeys in the future sounds right up your alley, then what are you waiting for? Shoot that shot and fill out our content creator form right here. Let's chat, shall we? Now, keep in mind, guys, it's not just content creators. Andy and others have had people that have just been, community members. It doesn't have to be someone with a large following to get yourself in the door to have a one-on-one conversation. And my understanding is that Andy will be that person that is going to allow for those one-on-one conversations, which needs to happen, needs to take place. I'm happy they're doing this. I hope Bungie continues to invest in that. Now, those rewards are so last season, but we still love them. Later in the season, The Witch, we're planning on bringing back a selection of cosmetic items from previous season passes to the Eververse for players who missed out on acquiring them. We'll be starting with a handful of items for Season The Worthy. This nostalgic throwback, which we're calling Seasonal Flashbacks, will only be available during weeks 4, 5, and 6. And in the future, other seasonal items may return. So if there are any coveted items you'd like to see again, shout them out to the Destiny 2 team accounts as feedback to say if it's going to be silver. Now, feature quests, like MySpace Top 8 without the existential dread. You'll notice a new feature when looking at your in-game directory called Feature Quests. This is a quest log that gives you a little extra guidance on which quest lines Destiny 2 thinks you should prioritize. The goal here is to make it a little easier to maneuver between content no matter when it was released. How do y'all like the UI update, guys? I'm not gonna lie, the bounty in 2 columns threw me off for a second. Y'all think is it better? You hate it? It's worse? Really? You guys don't like it? 100% worse as... All right, we've got a lot of folks that say they do not like it. I don't mind it. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I kind of like the images. I don't think it's as bad as you guys are making it out to be. I mean, I disliked it, but after understanding, I can get on board. You can also launch activities directly from it now. All right, let's just continue. Here's a quick rundown on the feature quest section. Players just starting out on their journey may only see a single quest at first until more content is unlocked. Players who may have taken some time away from Destiny 2 may only see a few active quests depending on how long they were away. Returning players may have multiple ongoing quests due to more recent activity. Now, you can launch quests directly from the featured quest screen. The director is cool and all, but not needed to jump right into your next adventure. I know that when we get used to a system, it's like when Windows makes an upgrade, right? Or your iPhone. You get used to a previous system and then they change things. You're like, what the hell, right? I think that for new players, I feel like they're going to like this more. I don't like the extra steps to see all the quests. Now, at the start, the most recent campaign season quests will be prioritized in the respective categories. Players can also track quests, and then those will be prioritized to make them easy for Guardians to find. Easy peasy, witchy squeezy. All right? Go power Strand Aspects. In addition to everything we've mentioned that's coming up with the new supers, combat styles, and foes, we've also got 3 new Strand Aspects, one for each class to play with. First up, you might be wondering, how do I get the new aspects? That's a great question, dear reader. If you completed the Parting the Veil quest in the Amuna, go say hi to Nemesis. They'll give you a new quest to return to the Veil containment for another message. Do this and you'll obtain a new Strand Aspect. They are potent all around, guys. I think the Warlock aspect, I feel like it's going to get nerfed. We'll see what plays out with it. Trials is going to be insane tomorrow. You can also pop the Warlock Strand Aspect and pick up the Rift and literally be unstoppable. But yes, the Titan one, the Warlock one, you can go through here and see all the gameplay for each one. I mean, they've, see if it's actually going to play. Here we go. Got the Titan one there. I really like the Titan one because it gives you that little bit of health bump, and then it amps up with every stack of Banner of War. And for sword builds especially, or any melee-based build, Glaives too, you're able to stay alive. And it amps your damage up. Really, really nice. This is the Hunter one, which is the Rasengan Shuriken or Beyblade. It's very, very nice. Beautiful. So what I've been told, guys, is that you can take one hunter can do the tangle throw, right? Or shoot it and start the Beyblade. And another hunter can actually cast a Gathering Storm super on the Beyblade. Both of those will just, it will just continue moving the Gathering Storm around and doing damage. You guys can go do some crazy stuff with it. And then this is the Warlock, which is like the get out of jail free card. 90% damage resist. You're putting out Threadlings. We have a video going out that's going to show you how to make Threadlings over and over again. Essentially, if you apply like a damage over time weapon and then pop it, then it's going to do some crazy stuff. Now grab some Crota chips. We're talking rules first. You know the drill. Raid goodness just dropped, which means it's time to dive in and see what Crota's Inn has to offer now versus in their resumed Destiny. For those eager to take on Crota's Inn, whether it's your first time or you're looking to enjoy some nostalgic fun, there are a few things you should know before diving into this fine raid weekend. Contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours. You will need to be 1790 power to be at the cap for all the encounters to take the raid on. Now, clearing the raid with contest mode active is the first step to access the challenge mode in the director and the special superior swordplay triumph with the challenges for each encounter. Now, to complete the superior swordplay triumph, a team must complete a curated list of challenges in this challenge mode and then claim the triumph to snag that world first title and that sweet belt. After completing superior swordplay, a fire team must complete a curated list of challenges in this challenge mode to snag that world first title and get that sweet. We're just getting the same. Are we getting the same? Okay. To enforce the triumph requirement in challenge mode, your fire team will wipe if you fail the success conditions during any encounter. Superior swordplay. All right. Now for Crota's Inn, we've made some tuning changes to contest mode. As summarized below, our goal is to maintain a high bar of challenge for the launch event achievements relative to the ever-expanding capabilities of players. Increase the cap of player outgoing damage versus combatants. Keep in mind that incoming damage cap did not change. Okay, and some enemies will gain elemental shields. All enemies will be more aggressive than in the previous contest mode. I am really curious to see how this is going to play out. Bungie said that essentially the difficulty that they're going to be testing here with Crota's Inn, they're testing this level of difficulty for the raid coming in the final shape. And here's what I hope. I hope that we go in there and we completely just mess Crota up. I hope we clear that raid in 20 minutes. But both versions, contest mode, challenge mode, everything. Because this is going to make Pendulum swing the other way, aggressively so. Bungie is going to amp the difficulty in the final shape to 12, to 13, to 15, to 1,000. And finally, we will get the raid that I know we all deserve. a raid in which none of us beat. My dream is that we go into the final shape with the Light and Darkness saga concluding in the raid, and we get to the end and no one in 48 hours is able to beat the raid. I hope that's the case. We'll see. The witness has to slap us around a little bit. New emblem, who dis? Don't even play? We know that new emblem type is real, so we figured since this was a big week of updates, why not share 3 new additions with the Destiny Move of the Week, Art of the Week, and the new Destiny 2 Fashion Emblem. Ah, look at this. We've got new emblems, everybody. Okay. The snazzy new Movie of the Week emblem is like happiness in pixels with its bright colors and newness. Looky there. And then the Art of the Week emblem. Oh, okay. I like this right here. And finally, we got the latest Fashion Emblem. Oh my. All right. Outside of that, guys, let's look at the known issues. Oh my lord, we've got a bunch of them. The description for Weave Walk fails to mention that players must have at least 1 full melee charge available in order to use the aspect. Let's see. Anything else here? Nothing about nerfing. Nothing about overload hand cannons. Grandmaster Nightfall. Opening date says June 13th. This is incorrect. The correct date is September 12th. GMs come back September the 12th. I think that's it. Nothing about Malfeasance getting nerfed. Nothing about our Warlock aspect getting nerfed. We're in the clear, fellas. Anything about loadouts? Oh, hold on. Loadouts disabled. There's a section here on loadouts. Loadouts disabled. Due to an issue, we have temporarily disabled the loadout function. This will appear in game as loadouts being logged behind Guardian ranks. Any existing loadouts will be saved and available to all players who've already unlocked them once a fix can be deployed. No loadouts. All right. Guys, that is your TWAB. That's a wrap on another TWID. We hope you're having an amazing week so far, enjoying the new season and seeing some old friends once more in game. Whether you're just happy to see K6 back or eager to kick some witness butt, we hope you have a great time. We can't wait to see your reactions as the future unfolds. Just your usual reminder to remember to drink that water, practice that self-care, and always lead with your kindness foot forward. Enjoy Season of the Witch in the final shape. We'll see you next time, friends. I should go. Love Hippie. All right, let us go play with Soros Regime. That is your TWAB for this week, guys.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.